Hello everyone, have you ever made or tasted cocoyam soup made with cocoyam powder? Well, today in this video we are going to make one. This soup is a popular one among the Igbos of Nigeria. We make this soup with cocoyam that we call eddos, but in the American store they label this cocoyam as eddos. This soup is becoming very popular because people are beginning to realize that it is very packed with lots of nutrients and fiber. I am very sure that a trial will convince you, and you can do your own research as well on this cocoyam. Anyways, I want to use this opportunity to thank my subscribers. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome, and please stay connected. Before we start cooking, if you have not subscribed, kindly do so and click the button to get notified each time we have a new video. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. And these are the ingredients that we need to make this cocoyam soup. I have the Calabash nutmeg, and I have dry bitter leaf. I have cow meat, fresh cow meat. We have catfish and snail. We have onion, red oil. We have onion and red oil. We have crayfish and fish powder. We have cocoyam powder, salt, habanero pepper. We have fresh cilantro to season the meat, to boil our meat, and we have the Ogiri, which is going to give a nice taste and aroma to our soup. So this is the picture of this cocoyam that we use. It's a very special root. It's very versatile. Among the Igbos, we eat it in different ways. Apart from using it to thicken our soup, we cook it like this. We can make vegetable sauce to eat it. We can add vegetable right directly to it and mix it and eat it. We can make like uba sauce, like to eat it in so many ways. So this is the root, the plant. Yeah, in case you see it anywhere, so you can recognize this as the plant. It's becoming very popular because people are beginning to realize that it's very nutritious. It's packed with fiber and so many nutrients. So let's try this, and it's very affordable. What I'm going to do now is to first of all boil my meat. So let's move this away. And this dry bitter leaf is so dry, I'm going to put it in a pot and boil it. Boil it and leave it there to soak and soften. So, because you can't just throw it in the soup directly like that. Sometimes the ones you buy from the store, they come with sands and some dirt. You just have to go through and look. This one is very clean because this one was sent to me by my siblings from Nigeria. So this is very clean. It's very clean, very neat, no sand, nothing. So, but some that you buy from the store might still be very bitter. That you have to rewash it. Make sure you don't have sand. You have to boil it and really wash it very well, like we are washing a fresh bitter leaf. So, but this is good. I'm going to put my meat in the pot, and I'm going to add the onion, I'm going to add the onion. And this is my fresh herb. I'm going to put it at the bottom. So I'm going to add a couple of salt. So I'm going to add some water. I will also be using this mama. I'm going to add this cow skin to it. So I'm adding water to it now, and I'm going to put it on the stove. We need the stock, so I can add more water to it. So I put this. I want it to cook down very well for the taste. So I'm going to add some turmeric powder, just a little turmeric powder to it. So for my meat as well, I'm going to add some of my special seasoning. And I'm going to transfer this on the stove. Okay. Yeah, this meat is well cooked. Right now, I'm going to remove the fresh seasoning that I added to it, the cilantro and the fresh thyme, which I used to boil the meat. I'm going to discard it because we no longer need it. And after that, I'm going to add the rest of the meat, like the cow skin, the snail, and the dry fish. And we are going to add more water because this water is going to form the base of the soup. Now I'll be adding the dry fish, the cow skin, the snail, and I'll also be adding some more water because the water you are going to add will be determined by the size of the cocoyam powder or cocoyam paste that you are going to use. So depending on the size that you are making, so that will determine the amount of water you are going to add to your pot, so that your soup will not become watery or too thick. After adding the meat, the fish, the snail, and the cow skin to the pot, and we are going to add some red oil and the pepper, habanero pepper that was blended. We are going to add some salt if needed. You have to check because we have to remember that I added some salt to the meat when I was boiling the meat. So if there's any need to add more salt, yeah, for right now, I need to add a little more salt. And after which, I'm going to stir everything together and then cover it to start cooking. After the soup has boiled for a few minutes, I'll be adding the crayfish and the fish powder. And I'm going to also add the cocoyam powder. This cocoyam powder can be added directly to the soup, or you can as well mix it, dissolve it with some water before you pour it into your soup. So I'm pouring it directly right now, and I'm going to stir it. After stirring it, I'm going to add some cube seasoning of my choice, and then I will let it cook for a couple of minutes as well. It's time to add the bitter leaf. As we know that this bitter leaf is a dry one, and I've parboiled it and allow it to cook on the stove and set it to soak, but it's still hard. That's how it usually be. So, and that is why we have to add it early. So now I'm adding it early now so that it's going to cook together. It's going to have enough time to cook together with the meat, with all the ingredients, and those ingredients will also help it to soften more, because if it is not soft, you're not going to get the best taste from the bitter leaf. So then after I'm going to cover it and let it continue to cook. This soup is really coming together. This cocoyam soup, when you are making it with like a fresh bitter leaf, you don't pour your bitter leaf from the beginning like when you are cooking with a dry one. So when you are cooking it with a fresh bitter leaf, you put the bitter leaf towards the end. Yes, so that the bitter leaf, you can still taste the freshness and there's some crunchiness from the bitter leaf. So now it's cooking, coming together. We are going to continue to stir it to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot. And we have to check the salt, check the seasonings, and make sure everything is perfect. Then we leave it alone and let it continue to thicken up more. Now it's time to add the Ogiri. Ogiri is a special traditional seasoning that we use in Igbo land to enhance the taste of our food. This is very, very important seasoning for cocoyam soup because it gives it a very nice flavor. It gives it a very unique, a peculiar flavor that makes you to want more of the soup. So anytime you want to cook cocoyam soup, make sure you ask for Ogiri. Ogiri is made from castor seed that is cooked and fermented. That is what they make Ogiri from, and they add some salt and then they mold it. So that's just it, and it's very natural, very organic, and Very healthy. Yes. This is fabulous, fabuloso, fabulous. Fabulous. I think it's good to go now. I'm still gonna cover it. This soup is so fabulous. The aroma is everywhere. Please get your fufu ready. Get your eba, your pounded yam, your amala. It goes with anything. It goes with any swallow. It goes with any swallow. Yes. If you have watched this video to this end, and if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, like and share to your families and friends. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your time. Stay blessed and bye for now.